Hello. Today we have the full moon, and I wanted to take the opportunity to connect and share with you something about the connection between the moon phases and the menstrual cycles. So, this video in particular is meant to send a message to the ladies and all of my modern witches and modern mystics out there. Okay, so as I said before, we are having the full moon tonight, which is giving us a lot of energy. And I'm not going to go into the details of rituals and the full moon energy right now because I have done a video for that before and I left it on my story. You can also find it on my YouTube channel. But the message that I do want to convey today in this live is the connection between a woman's menstrual cycle and the moon phases. So obviously, we know already that the moon has a big impact on us, on our bodies, on the sea, and in particular on our emotions, and especially in the case of women, on our menstrual cycles. And so the idea is that I would like to invite you to observe your bodies and observe whether you are connecting, whether your cycle is being synchronized with the moon. This is supposed to happen naturally. So, naturally, the body will have a tendency to either synchronize with the new moon or the full moon. So again, I wanted to take the opportunity um, to tell you about this because we are having the full moon tonight. So there are two possibilities. Mainly, well, first of all, it can be that you find that your cycle is not synchronizing with the phases of the moon at all. This can also happen, and it's not a need to worry. This is commonly when we are, when we are exposed to the modern world and in less contact with nature. But naturally, there are two main types of synchronizations that we can have between our menstrual cycles and the moon phases. For example, one way would be having so before I explain the two types, let's recap or summarize or remember the different phases of a menstrual cycle. We have the menstrual phase, then we have the follicular phase when the follicle starts to mature in order to have an oocyte that can be fertilized in the next phase, which will be the ovulatory phase. And then after the ovulatory phase, we have the luteal phase. And after the luteal phase, if the oocyte was not fertilized, then the menstrual cycle will come. So again, 4 cycles, menstrual phase, then we have the follicular phase, the ovulatory phase, and the luteal phase. And also the moon has 4 different phases. In particular, I want to highlight 2 of the moon phases. We have the new moon phase, which is when the moon is completely, we don't see it with light from the earth, so the sky is completely dark. This was 2 weeks ago. And then we also have the another phase, which is the full moon, is the one that we are having right now. So coming back to the 2 main types of synchronizations that we as women can have between our menstrual cycles and the moon phases would be one option would be and I think this is the most common way of synchronization between the woman's body and the moon, would be to have the menstrual phase synchronized with the new moon. And that means that the ovulatory phase will be synchronized with the full moon that we have right now. This is known as the white moon cycle. The white moon cycle. Another option would be the other way around, and that would mean having our ovulatory phase being synchronized with the new moon phase, and that means that then conversely we will have the menstrual phase synchronized with the full moon phase, which is the full moon energy that we're having right now. So, and in this case is known as the red moon cycle. So again, we have the so-called white moon cycle and the red moon cycle. So I wanted to tell you about this because I think that maybe not all of you ladies and witches out there are aware of this. And in case you are not, think about this. And I want to give you a little homework. I want to invite you to observe and track both your cycle and the moon phases. I'm pretty sure that you ladies are already familiar and used to tracking your menstrual cycles, but are you also used to tracking the moon cycles in connection with the menstrual cycles? If not, then that's the homework I want to give you. I want to invite you to observe yourself for in the upcoming months. Take a calendar, track the moon phases, track your cycle, and have a look at them together and identify whether you are having the tendency towards a white moon cycle, meaning your menstrual cycle will be synchronized with the new moon, or whether you will have it the other way around, a red moon cycle, having your menstrual cycle synchronized with the full moon. So have a look, observe yourself, identify whether you tend to be more of one or the other. And if you find out that you are not, that you are neither of those, then in that case, I would invite you to connect more with nature and with your own body, because this can happen when, as I was saying at the beginning, when we are not used to having a lot of contact with nature, when we are, too much in the modern world, will affect our natural rhythms and body. So in that case, it's good to have more walks in nature, to listen more to your body, to pay attention to your circadian rhythms, the cycles of light and darkness that you are exposed to. And yeah, just know yourself and know your body, and let me know how it goes. I wish you a happy full moon today. Be extra gentle with yourself and take good care of yourself. If you have the possibility, go outside and take a walk in nature, or bathe yourself with the moonlight tonight, and just enjoy yourself. If you want to do some rituals, so far I've been talking about women's stuff, talking about the menstrual cycles, but in general for everyone, if you guys want to do some rituals, I do have a video from the full moon of last month where I explained 3 different rituals that you could do. So you can look it up on my YouTube channel or on Facebook. Unfortunately, it couldn't upload back then to Instagram, so I don't have it on IGTV, but you can look it up on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. It's called Full Moon and Rituals. And there you have 3 different possibilities of rituals that you can try out tonight. This is still valid for any full moon, even though I made that video for the last month's full moon. Happy full moon, everyone. I love you. I'll see you soon. Ciao.